the ending one.
Fuck. What's the...
Already masoning?
All right, there it is. All right, welcome back to... Is it already episode 11?
Yeah, Lizard Lounge, episode 11, season 2.
Is it season 2 already? I thought season 2's next year.
So
It's already next year.
Why do I hear the echo?
I don't
Is that
hear
just
any-
me?
I
I don't hear anything.
Okay, I'm just freaking out.
But season 2, season 1.5, maybe.
The season 1.5.
Yeah, 1.5. I guess
Epilogue.
The lost episodes.
these are the lost episodes. Episode 9 is going to be the lost episode. Have you heard that one? It's so disgusting, the audio. Everything we have, like, I think that's like our best episode with content. It's just like packed, boom, 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 with a bunch of stuff. And Mason, did I already tell you about this with the audio? Mason just didn't record the audio. All he used to do is, you see that button? You
One
just
button.
press record for the audio. That's it. And he didn't do it. And so I had to use at the time, his camera audio. And if you know about a camera, the microphone is like the tiniest little pin dot. So not the camera, the microphone. So it's like, it's not even meant for audio. It's meant to sync. It's meant to be the most rudimentary and crude audio ever, just to sync audio, like better audio with the video. And so I had to use that and use like some AI shit to like make it
AI upscaling.
Yeah, and the way the AI would do it, it would wherever like there was like a gap in the audio, it would like fill in with what it thought like was being said, and it was just like a disgusting like, and you could tell it's like this robotic. It sounds like a phone call the whole time. It's so bad.
A phone call?
A phone call.
Phone call.
And so I released it anyway just to have it out so we can, instead of skipping, I didn't want to like cut it out. I want it to be documented. And
Didn't Mason like cut us off halfway through that episode saying it wasn't recording or something wasn't happening according to plan?
I told him, first of all, he said in the beginning, it's not recording, it's messing up. I said, Mason, you just record it. Then in the middle of the episode, he said, it's not recording at all. He's like, oh, it's not recording.
Oh, it's not recording.
And then he said,
it's
oh,
not a big deal.
the screen recording, of course. But then it turns out he wasn't recording the audio, and he knew he wasn't recording the audio. So, and then after I asked him, I said, you didn't record the audio? He said, yeah, I did. Even though in the episode he said it's not recording. So I don't. Mason's twisted. That's why he got fired. We have
Mason number 2.
We have Mr. Ralph Martinez as our new producer
Doppelganger
of Lizard Lounge.
No, I succeed him. I'm Mason Fraga the second.
The second.
You're already louder than Mason
The
ever
second
was.
Esquire.
Because Mason would always like just forget he was recording and talk like, okay, so are we going to do this thing or what? Not into the mic at all.
Yeah, then it was super hard to capture anything he said. Just weird. All right, can we kick off this episode with the name game?
Might be the
Certainly.
final iteration of the name game because we've lost in Steam. Quoted from John King, I've lost my steam, lost my venom. But
Yeah, it's an overused bit, whatever.
But yeah, we'll see. We might turn it into another game, another iteration, but
Do it
time
for an anniversary special.
will
The
tell.
anniversary. When is the anniversary?
The 2-week anniversary.
The 2-week anniversary.
No,
That's already presenting?
sometime like June-ish. No, I think it was July.
Or you can, I think, click, or you can press space to go to the next one.
Sardine soda.
All right.
Soda with a little bit of sardines in it. You want that extra crunch.
Awesome.
I've never had a sardine.
They
so I
love
don't
those
know
in
what they
Puerto
taste
Rico.
Puerto Rico.
How I beat your mom.
like. With a knife as revenge. Big stock photos.
That's an origin story right there.
How to stop a train with your bare hands.
Didn't we use this one already?
No, it was another form of someone getting hit by a train. I just like videos or photos where people
It's
get
the same picture, though.
killed by a
Spider-Man,
train. No,
no.
it's a different picture.
Oh, my God.
We have
Touching Yoko Ono. Oh.
Is there a story behind this?
I guess just like the Yoko Ono effect. You know what Yoko Ono did to John Lennon? Like just completely like...
wait to John. Wait.
Yeah, to John King.
John King.
Just completely like sent his career on a downfall because he thought he was being like virtuous to her standards, and it just like completely smashed his creativity. It's so bad.
And he also liked to play Yoko Ono songs in our English classes in high school. And like, there's one song where she's just like screaming, and it's just like not even a song.
Who played it?
He played it. Marcus
Oh,
de
yeah,
Lafayette
yeah.
played it for the whole class, and they were just
it
dying.
was like in my English class.
It was like that one.
Yoko Ono. Have you heard Yoko Ono songs?
I don't think I have.
Men's
And I don't want to.
flushing
What
their
you're
balls
describing.
and guns. And
Her whole
Was
style.
on.
There's this video of her in an art gallery, and there's a microphone, and she goes up to the microphone. Oh shit! I messed up my thing. Okay. She goes to the microphone, taps it in front of everyone. Ah! Ah!
It's art.
Plotting.
It's modern
That's
chart. That's where modern chart came from.
I know a Lennon.
It's so terrible. And then her whole art form is her to sing as terrible as possible with like the most banal, useless lyrics. So there's one called what is it? It's Gonna Rain. It doesn't make any sense. I think the whole thing's war themed because the album's called Warzone. Her first song in that album is Warzone. We are living in a war zone. Men flashing their guns and balls, treating women like Barbie dolls. Wake up, hold your life. Warzone!
And he would just play that in
Warzone.
class.
As
Everyone
loud,
loved
it was
it.
so loud.
Remember Andre?
Yeah, there's like, you know those people that like they're meant to be like background characters, like in
It's their prophecy.
not to have like main character syndrome, but they're meant to be like as blended into the background as possible, like an audience laugh
Yeah, like
track.
a live studio. Yeah, yeah.
So anything that happened,
I'm side character energy. Anyway, this is Bat Milk.
You ever
milk.
had bat milk?
No.
You squeeze the teats and you get bat milk from
it's like
bats.
popping a pimple. You just-
It's not. This is similar to an anthrax loot crate with death to America, death to Israel. Allah is great.
oh my god!
I think pretty sure that's
Permission
real.
to bleed.
Permission
Do I
denied.
have, imagine like a kid going up to like a teacher saying, you know how like you know that trope of like kids to their parents at 4 a.m, like, I threw up everywhere, and it's like, what is a parent supposed to do in that situation? Like you're woken up in the middle of the night and your kid says,
Telling you to clean it.
yeah, to clean it like an animal. So like a student going like, teacher, I'm bleeding, and there's like a big giant gash like
A
that.
stab wound
Oh
in
my
the
God.
abdomen.
Do I have permission to bleed, teacher?
You can bleed on
Teacher,
15-minute break.
Can I bleed, please? Oh, this one. That's nothing.
No talking in class.
Oh, no talking.
This is tasty tumor, but originally I thought it was sautéed tumor, but John thought the word tasty was funny. But
Scrumptious. Thank you, John.
mhm.
Erection election.
Oh.
How hard can it be? Boys do it 2020. I want to know if that's a real shirt. It has to.
But
be.
what is that in support of?
How hard can it
If
be?
you're with
Boys
me,
do it?
every
It's probably-
election is in.
Is
I'm
an
not
erection.
finishing that.
I'm guessing it's like
Purely
anti-feminism.
putrid, pungent people, or as I like to call them,
Mexicans. And we have the smelly machine.
Thank
my
you. Wow.
It's the smelly machine. It's
Welcome
not
to
doesn't clean it.
Self-Hate Monthly.
Self-hate monthly.
I'm not self-hating. I'm hating on others.
Yeah,
Discrimination.
you're hitting on me.
We have-
have you done Ancestry? I bet you are like 20% Mexican.
I would kill myself. if
You would
I
kill
was-
yourself?
I was like even a
What?
little. And speaking of that, we got Black's Friday.
Black's
Only this
Friday.
Friday.
If you ever take an ancestry test, you will be immensely disappointed
From
in
20
everything that comes out of
from
it.
20
It's gonna be like
23andMe.
like just nothing. It's gonna be like
It's just all fake.
Russian.
Like
every- yeah.
80% black.
Just a little bit of everything.
I think you are. No,
I-
Hayden's actually 100% Canadian.
That's a pet peeve of mine. Not what you just said, but how people will say, "Oh, I'm 2% black." People always do that at school, or
Yeah, they
just
throw
I-
that.
at school.
Well, there's
I meant in
historical
general.
precedent. Don't you know about the one drop rule?
But
Or if you have one drop
No.
of black blood, you can say the N word.
But it's
You
just not
can.
that. But not just black in general, just anything. Oh, you know I'm 5% Irish. Didn't Harmony do that shit? Some Irish thing.
Yeah, well, I think she's like it has to be
Stupid?
at least 30%. There's no like, what is she? She literally looks like
yeah, she
from
does kind of
Europe.
look it. But still, no one likes a bragger. Okay, we
Yeah,
got
is that like
Gaped
bragging?
ears.
and then finally is
school?
midget school.
Is that the last
Oh, we got
one?
the principal right here.
You learn to be a midget.
What?
Change the name of the game. That's what they're teach PE, not a mascot. And that's
What?
their mascot. Look, his
Is that
sign
their
says not a.
actual mascot?
Yes, that's. I looked up midget school and that like actual college that mascot popped up.
What?
Wow,
I-
that's awesome.
I guess they didn't get that approved to change
Thanks,
the
guys.
mascot.
Very cool.
All right, let's get our Venom next presentation to get our Venom real quick.
Do you have the Eminem song playing?
The Eminem song.
Don't
The-
you remember?
Oh, in Venom.
Better.
Was
that-
Go get up.
For some reason, I thought you were talking about the 2.5 Men. But every time I hear it, I think of Eminem.
Eminem. Oh, Eminem's. Oh,
Or I guess as soon as you can, click slideshow.
When
Which
you
will
get
be
a
in
second,
the next 3 to 5 business days.
in the next 2 seconds, boom. Venom, where is it? Who stung me? Why is Mason stupid?
Hey, I'm not stupid.
It doesn't say Mason 2. It says Mason.
It's Mason Prime, not Mason Squared.
Mason Prime.
All right.
I'm Mason the Second Esquire.
All right, here's a quote
Oh my
to
God.
really stir your emotions and your thoughts. Sweat today and shine tomorrow.
I thought they happened at the same time.
That picture's
No,
not,
it's separated
I
by a
don't like
comma.
I don't
See
like.
that?
Yeah, why is it like one quote?
No,
Where's the
but
end quote?
What? Aren't you sweaty and shiny at the same time?
No, but you shine tomorrow.
You save it.
No, you
for another
sweat
day.
and then
Put
you
it off.
glisten at the same time, but you shine the next day because you
Who-
don't wash. You go straight to bed.
Like The Shining,
You
like
wake
in the
up
movie.
covered in grease and oil.
Who has that quote where it's like, "Never put off to tomorrow what could be done today"?
Never
Is
put
it
off a
Abraham
man's
Lincoln?
work to. No, I think. No, I'm not gonna say that.
Yeah, what are you saying?
I was gonna say a quote from some.
From
Show.
Family Guy?
No,
Fuck you.
no, it wasn't for Family Guy.
Yeah, like I think it's like just
No,
high
I-
school
okay,
coaches
I was
that have
thinking of-
those quotes.
It was from The Office. Cause remember this quote that Steiner had in his classroom, our old drama teacher. It
Did
was.
he?
It was from the
He had a
basketball
quote from The Office.
Yeah, it was a quote from The
Ooh.
Office where the main character quotes like LeBron James, some dumb quote like that.
LeBron James, Michael Scott.
It was that, and it was just on the wall in it was a colored picture, but you could tell he didn't have a colored printer, so it was just a shitty black image.
Why do
Just
you,
on a printer paper.
you who knows the Office inside out and backwards?
I don't know
and
what
you-
the quote was.
But
It
you
was
said
just-
the main character instead of the character whose name you know.
I watched
Yeah,
like
the main
2
character.
seasons of The Office because someone forced me to.
Because if I say
Who
his
forced
name
you?
and someone who doesn't watch it watches this, they're gonna be like, oh, okay, that one guy. But if I say the main character, anyone that watches it can
I feel like
instantly.
I feel like
I
even
feel like
people
more
who don't
people
know, The
know
Office.
Michael Scott than otherwise.
Yeah.
In America, at least. I don't think people from like Uzbekistan is going to be watching this.
Yeah, they
You
watch
never
it in
know.
their language. Gotta beans. I
Or,
gotta spill beans.
the
I got-
protagonist of the show.
the protagonist.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm so hungry that you burping made me hungrier. And this was said by Conjing.
It's a
Conjing.
famous Confucian time. My God. In the time of
Anyway.
Confucian.
Confucius?
apps,
Scholar.
Gen Z lingo, 2 + 2 = 5, proved. Our producer is...
Mason.
It's pronounced.
Mason.
It gets every time we say that, it gets bleeped to say Mason.
Our producer is Mason.
Have you seen that? I got this morning. It's how apps use the notifications use Gen Z lingo. So I got from McDonald's lowercase if the letter U, like 2 chicken patties and 3 buns, you are not alone. Like that's so.
Get a chicken Big Mac in the
What's
app
that
today.
Michael Jackson song where it goes, "You are not alone"? Something
It's
like
like
that.
I don't know. It's like made to be stupid. Like because there's no uppercase first
After
letter.
the period, get
period,
a
They
big
do it
Time
like that
only.
so you get tricked into thinking that it's like 2 a.m.
It looks
that it's a friend texting you to get McDonald's.
It has to be that.
Like it looks like
you
someone.
glance-
It looks like someone smart wrote that and like posing as a stupid person,
Also,
what
isn't
it
2
looks
+
like.
2 = 5 that thing from 1984?
or maybe someone dumb.
No,
wrote it.
I was getting lectured by
Our boss.
yeah, and she was trying to like make a point to hit hard. She was saying something like
About cooking because we cook linguiça and he cooks it.
it was
or-
something just like about cooking the food and
Yeah.
like something that's so surefire and certain that it can't be otherwise. So she's like, so the linguiça it has to be cooked like this because 2 + 2 = 2. And I laughed in her face so loud, and then it took her like 5 seconds. She was like staring at me like, "Oh, it equals 4."
I get it.
Like it was a joke. But even if she somehow managed to connect that 2 + 2 = 4, how would that make sense? That doesn't make sense. You need to cook the linguiça like this because 2 + 2 = 4.
It's so dumb.
That doesn't make sense.
And
That makes
you
no
could
sense.
just say it's the right way to do it. You don't need to go fuck like that.
yeah, she's a little out there.
Oh my God.
Mason fired. No.
Mason's done it this time. After failing the drug alcohol test 3 separate times, our management, aka John's dad, decided to let him go from our team. He was fairly compensated with a hefty stipend.
Which he
Whatever you
refused in a fit of toddler rage as he flailed his hands autistically without looking at anyone in the eyes because he has a guilty conscience.
I'm so programmed to in like school mindset to where I have to stop reading because if it's a paragraph, I can't be compelled enough to read, so I have to stop so that the next person can go to where I left off in the middle of the sentence to finish it.
I know you couldn't even finish the sentence.
It was too hard. That word stuck.
You
me.
ever watch what's the show? Jimmy Neutron? Or there was that one character who always did half a thing, like they'd eat half of a croissant and then not.
Croissant. I didn't know you were talking about until you said croissant. The Carl Weezer.
Oh, that's what you're talking
Yeah.
about? That's what he does in the show? He does
Does
half
he actually?
of things?
It's always half.
I thought
No,
his whole
I
shtick
think
is that
it
he's
was
fat.
No, I think
And
the
then-
twist. I don't remember exactly, but I think it was someone impersonating him, and that they always did things in half measure. So when they ate something, they'd only eat half and then throw the rest away.
I think you're making that up.
I swear to
I've
God.
never even watched
I'm
it.
making this up.
And that just doesn't seem logical.
I swear to Darwin that I am not making this up.
How did you watch like it when you grew up, like all of it, or just like a few episodes?
God, I don't even fucking remember what I watched. I watched SpongeBob. I watched whatever was airing.
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob.
The
I'm
only thing
Patrick.
the only thing I remember watching religiously was Ninjago. But that's neither here nor
Lego
there.
Ninjago, Ultimate Dragon,
Yes.
Ultimate Spinjitzu Dragons, Ultimate Dragon Battle Lego
These
set.
are our alter egos
egos.
of our evil selves. So that
Your
like
evil
there
twin.
is Sukram, followed by Gaiden, and John Bin Laden.
It's John Bin Laden.
Look how
not Laden.
like, you see that? You know that he's like
Did
mimicking.
either of you
that-
see the tweet about the guy who allegedly killed Bin Laden?
I've seen the interview.
Oh,
with
that
him.
guy that put that tweet. Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm
yeah.
talking
He
about?
said it was like so good. Like these, it was like like 4 boys in a car, like teenagers. These teenage boys in a car, and they said we're gonna vote for Harris because real men vote for Harris. And then he like replied. He said, "In the real world, I would make you my concubines." Like to these like teenage boys, and then he made like a follow-up like video saying like, yeah, that's what I said, and he's like doubling down. He's like, yeah, I would bitch them in real life and do whatever I want with them. Like he's like, do you know that like
I would enslave them like Mason did to John.
you know
last
how like when
episode.
someone's like in the wrong but like
They doubled down.
they double down and they do it so shamelessly. He's just walking in a mall with like a blazer and he's just like not even paying attention to his phone. Yeah, so I said to these little boys I would do whatever I want with them, and I would just do whatever I want with their bodies and make them my concubine sex slaves. Like just not even like just I'm just
Mason.
them and well whatever I could do whatever I want with them though.
Yeah, the laws don't abide to me.
So gross.
The fact that it happened doesn't really faze me. That definitely would happen. The fact that the guy who allegedly killed Bin Laden said it.
I don't think did that guy actually kill Bin Laden or was he just there?
That's what the record shows. I think.
Was he
That's
the
why
actual
it's
guy
always
who like pulled the trigger?
allegedly.
Or was he just? I think he
We
might have
don't
like
know
handled
exactly
the
what
body.
happened. So allegedly, he's the one that did it.
Allegedly,
He like died of a heart attack and just shot him after. To like kill
He like
him.
scared him. He just gave him a jump
Give
scare,
him
kill
stage
him.
fright.
Get stage fright.
Qualities we hated most about Mason: lazy, imprecise, and erroneous. Lacks of energy.
That's
NYT.
from the New York Times. Yeah. Do you feel like
I don't know. He was.
I
that
guess
famous.
a little enchanted that staring at that picture and knowing you're sitting in the same seat as Mr. Mason?
Yeah, it's a big role to fill, big shoes
Yeah,
to fill,
you
really
might-
big
Yeah.
shoes to fill.
Size 11.
you might want to get yourself checked after this episode.
Yeah, I might
sitting
need
in
to
that
go
chair,
just for
I don't know.
sitting in the
Yeah,
chair.
I would not sit in that chair.
It's like how when you sit in
Maybe
a
I could
public
just flip it over and
When you-
invert it.
I
when you sit
wouldn't.
down in a public toilet and you get AIDS. You know that
Instantly.
kind of thing. Didn't I think I asked Miss D'Amatos that state requirements while we are doing the sex ed thing. I asked her, is it possible to sit in a public restroom and get AIDS or like any STD? She's
It's like-
Miss D'Amatos has done that many times.
Is it like the hot tub thing where you think that if people have sex in it and you get in the hot tub after, a woman could get impregnated?
What?
It's like, what do you mean? What, you never heard of
I was
that?
gonna say before you mentioned that there was a whole thing about how if someone jizzes on a toilet seat, then a woman sits
Oh, that's
on
what
a
I'm
public
thinking of.
restroom, that
You
they
would
might
have
get
to like
pregnant.
imagine someone like so intricately jizzing on the horseshoe.
It starts
of the
like
toilet
building
seat.
up like a dildo.
The woman
like-
would have to
She sits
sit
right
and
on.
outline the toilet seat like naked, rubbing
It was an
in,
accident,
then
okay?
shove
I'm
it in.
sorry.
You know, insanely like I was in the public restroom and then I sat like this and I rubbed it around and then I fingered myself with the microphone. I shoved it in and then I got pregnant magically.
Yeah, a month later, my pregnancy test.
Physical comedy is
positive.
really up these days.
Yeah, we just
The sting gone wrong.
the sting. I don't
Wasn't
know if you've
that
noticed.
from day one?
No, this was like
This was like October, or November, I think.
yeah, but it always went wrong.
The joke is that it sucked from the start.
The joke
I
is that
thought
John's fucking crying and he's all red.
This episode was
His
like
face.
cursed. Like literally every single thing went wrong.
I didn't realize
somehow.
that was that picture when you turned the camera on him and he wasn't like it wasn't. he
Isn't
didn't
that
think it
how
was
John
beyond.
always looks?
Yeah, but he said
Yeah.
he's like, oh, I knew it. I was doing that face on purpose, but he was like,
Why not? Why not? Why not? What? If you are hearing this, we are experiencing technical difficulties.
He
like,
I don't think if someone paid him like $1 million, he could not replicate that face because that's like his face is like red and then like it's like the fear. I don't know why he would be scared of like because he accidentally turned the camera like onto himself like the webcam of the computer, and look how insane that face is. Have you noticed that we're wearing our Sting merchandise from over 4 fucking years ago?
Really stuck
Oh
in the
my God.
past. Woo! Until next time.
Till next time. Because we made merch for, isn't that so? Well, we didn't make it. I guess Mr. Matthew made it, but just
Which
someone.
Matthew? Matthew the Greater or Matthew the
Matthew
Younger?
Vaz. Matthew Vaz.
The
just
way we
kidding,
distinguish
not-
is Mr. Matthew as Matthew De Silva, and then Sir Matthew is Matthew Denham.
I still don't know the difference.
I
do you not
still
know
don't know the difference.
Matthew
either.
Denham or the
Well, I-
Oh,
yeah,
denim
okay.
jacket.
tuxedo. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
all he wore all, Matthew Denham wore all denim.
Did he do
I
that
just
just
remember
'cause
the denim jacket.
that was his
He
name?
would
That's
wear-
why he did it.
Yeah,
That's good.
that's weird. That's like your name being Cheese and your last name being Cheese and you just
You're like,
cheese
oh, what's your
all the
favorite food? Ooh, I love cheese.
I think some people feel like they're responsible, like they have to fulfill
Oblige.
their last name or something. Like when your name's Ashlyn, you have to be so compelled to be the worst person in the world and like have eczema on your elbows.
You have to always be complaining about everything. You can never just go to a restaurant and not send back the lemonade because it's not Minute Maid. You can't do that.
You know her mom did that.
No.
And then they were trying everyone's drink. Everyone's drink. They're like, oh, we try your drink. And they were trying to try. I'm like, this is my fucking Coke. It's not even
Were they like
lemonade.
sticking their finger in your
No, they
cup?
had like their straws, and they were like, you know, when you like hold it to like hold the liquid in
Yeah,
it.
that's how you get canker sores.
Yeah.
That's so disgusting. They're putting their straw, plugging it,
They're like,
plugging
oh,
the next one.
they're like, oh, this one tastes a little bit. Oh, this one tastes a little bit sour. And I'm like, no, it doesn't. It comes from the same box of.
Because they're tasting like your
Syrup.
backwash. They're drinking your backwash.
I should have done that. I should have just like blown into
So
it.
much food particles. How would
So I
you
was
feel
just
if you were
spitting
at after a long day of FBLA dash ing, and you're away from home a good amount, and you just want to have like a nice meal to yourself, and you're eating, and then someone goes and sticks their straw into your drink, plugs it, and starts suckling it in front of you.
No,
into your own.
Oh,
That's so gross.
they like spit in it, and you see the spit start to form at the bottom.
And she
Starts to bubble up.
complained to the waitress that excuse me, what lemonade is this? And then they said Minute Maid. She's like, that's the problem. I don't drink Minute Maid. I only drink Simply Lemonade. Like that. Like really? Is there really that much of a difference?
Some people in this life, they just have too many good things going for them that they have to invent problems for themselves to make them think that their life is so difficult. And you know what? I feel safe and comfortable in saying that because I'm like that sometimes too. I'm not going to say that I'm holier than thou and not like that.
Yeah.
I got some fucking stupid minor gripes too. It's just I don't make it other people's problems. That's a difference.
You have to freak out and like
over like any
scream,
minor
like-
inconvenience.
like when you're trying to change gears and your car like slowly slows down a little. You have to get your steering wheel and bam, turn it as hard as you can and go into the median and go over into oncoming traffic on the freeway. Make it everyone else's problem.
They've done that too. The Schlins.
They have done that,
Yeah.
as we outlined in the last episode. All right. What do you have the comments hidden? Or do you just want to skip over that? Do you know
If you give me 5 seconds.
one.
Wait.
Skip a few.
Wait, I'm on my phone.
Oh,
I just
wow.
realized right now that
Talking
hidden
and saying-
the fucking Coca-Cola water.
Well, it's
Not,
water.
not to interject, but I just got a reminder telling me that it looks like I'm having fun out and to not forget the pizza. I don't think I can walk out of this without getting a fucking pizza. Now I
Are
need
you
to.
talking about actual pizza or Pizzagate reference?
No, I'm fucking serious. They want me
yeah.
to
Oh.
get a pizza.
He deleted the comment. All that's left is Big Larry, who commented just
Oh,
rambling.
he deleted it?
Yeah, the big one.
Wait,
I don't-
Larry watches the video?
Big Larry,
No,
yeah.
it's just some random. big
Oh.
And then
I
John
thought you meant
commented.
Larry Rico was
John
watching.
responded saying, "Not listening to
Help!
you."
He's pooped his pants.
Oh, it's the scene.
It's
What?
the best scene in the movie.
No, it's chocolate.
It's chocolate. See?
No, see, it's chocolate.
Then he licks it.
They need to do a legacy movie of all of them back together.
People
They
freak
did the
out.
reboot with Dog Days, wasn't it? And
Yeah.
nobody liked the recast
No,
or
dog. No,
something?
it wasn't Dog Days. It was The Long Haul. Was the
People who
reboot.
freak out because they want they want this guy to stay a kid forever, and like when they have to recast, people are like, "That's not my Roderick. That's not my Greg." Heffley."
Okay,
But they're so perfectly cast in
I'm
this
of two
movie.
minds.
Everyone,
That
it's so
on
good.
one hand, complaining about recasts is stupid. You always have to do it if you want the legacy characters to keep going.
Yeah.
You can't do that forever. And people who say to AI someone's voice, you could just keep doing that, or
That's
their image.
so bad.
I think they deserve to go to hell.
Robert Downey
I think if
deserve
you
Jr.
to
say
get-
that, you deserve to go to hell.
They deserve the rapture to happen, but, instead of going to heaven right away, you just get sucked into the earth, and then it comes in on you.
But at the same time, when they recast all of these actors
It's
because they
worse.
were too old, I just didn't give a shit anymore.
Yeah, it is
because they
worse.
weren't the people that I. When I read read the books when I was still going. Once I heard this movie, I read it in their voice, not in my internal voice anymore. I read it in their voices, so that
Yeah.
when the recast happened and then they sounded nothing like they did or looked like it, it just fucking
You couldn't read the books anymore.
no, I couldn't.
Would you like visit them after, like when you were?
I still
'Cause
have
when was
them,
that
but
recast?
I gave them to my brother to practice
I think it
his
was
reading.
2017 when Long Haul came out.
It was,
2017,
I
16,
thought it was
or 18.
earlier or more.
No, because Dog Days was
Since the present.
2013, and it was like 4 years later.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah, that
Something
comment.
Like that.
I don't want to acknowledge that comment. It was just like a stupid comment, and then like
Oh, it was something about like in your basement, and you
yeah,
had
it's like
talking.
it says like I don't want to like see just like random dudes like talking, which is like is a fair point. Like we're just talking about nothing for the most part.
That's what a fucking podcast
It's a
is.
show
and this
about
is a
nothing.
podcast.
But then we went on their account and they were like, it was like the most like horse shit things they were reposting, and like they had nothing. And then like John like sent that to them, and then like they deleted the comment.
So I guess we won in that
Yeah,
scenario.
we won.
We won the big game.
All right, I want to talk about gaslight being overused. How that's not as prevalent anymore, but like it's still. It had its effect, and now it's like lingering in people's minds.
People just like to say it. Say, "Oh, you're a gaslight." People just
okay, here's
they
the
don't
thing
even know
about
what it means.
gaslighting. It exists with a purpose as a term, but once it entered public consciousness, people started applying it to things it absolutely did not apply to.
like just lying. They thought lying meant gaslighting, or like trying to be deceitful. That's not gaslighting. Just me blatantly lying. Did you do your homework? No. Oh, you're trying to gaslight me. Like that's not that's not how gaslighting works. And like people who like refuse, because like how like when people were like, oh, my ex gaslighted me, blah 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 blah. And then like people, the way like the media works is when you hear something, it slowly gets like more and more diluted from its original meaning, and then people just when people check in to at whatever state that's at in the media where the term is just getting so much more broader, then they grasp on to that definition and they think that's the definition of the word, and then they dilute it themselves, and it's just like this super contrived, like it has no meaning to its original definition. It's just like whatever they want to apply it as to themselves.
Do either of you know what means? A-A-H.
Yeah.
What does it mean?
Is it an acronym?
It's like when I go to the store and like my black guy, I go to the
What it's
So-
bubonics?
It's supposed to be a self-censored way to say ass. But when children on TikTok got a hold of it, they started saying,
yeah.
fuck, my Brazilian funk, those who know.
Yeah.
Those fucking... Do you know about those who know?
No.
Do you know about those who know?
Is it like if you know, you know? Kind
I'm
of thing?
very
It's like if you
confused.
know, you know, but they start putting it on the most fucking obvious things ever.
Oh.
Where it's
Funny.
like,
Is
No,
it
not
like
even to
from
be
brain?
funny,
Is it from brain rot or no?
it kinda, but I don't think it's ironic. I think it's 100% serious. It's like,
They think
fucking,
they're like exclusive, like only they can understand it.
have you heard of baby shoes not worn?
Baby shoes not worn.
Okay, so it's a 4-sentence horror story.
Oh, okay.
So baby shoes not worn. What does that mean? Obviously,
oh,
baby died.
okay, yeah, I've heard of that. Yes.
So then under the comments, they'd be like, those who know. And then skeleton emoji.
Oh
The
my
like
God.
down below.
Oh, okay, I've seen
Oh,
that
like
a lot.
if
I've
you
seen
get
that on
it.
TikTok.
Like if you get it.
Those
So
who
it was like a
actually know.
comment bait thing, and then like it just like started being implemented into what people.
Into brain rot, exactly.
Yeah, oh, that's so dumb.
It's so dumb that it just might work.
It did work. They won. Brain rot is so like people who think that's funny. And I guess it's weird to say this as
When
we're
I
like,
heard my brother say Riz, I wanted to kill myself.
he did.
Of course he did.
Ooh.
He's a child in fucking... He's a child in this age. Of course he said
Did
it.
you try to like nip it in the bud or what?
He's chronically online. The good thing about that is he's more interested in Lego games than
Ooh, Lego,
fucking TikTok.
ooh, Lego Batman. Lego Batman.
He had me buy the Lego Batman trilogy on Steam for him,
Ooh,
so I had to dust
Ooh.
off my old laptop to give it to him, and he used it like once.
Oh my God.
My aunt asked me about that when I was in Canada. Did you catch a fly? No, you didn't.
Fuck.
She asked me. She's like, "What does Riz mean?" And I said, "No." I
It's
just
like
said no.
tell her to soda.
Shut up.
I shouldn't
Like
leave that door open.
fizz?
Rizzy pop.
There's mosquitoes coming.
I said, "Don't ask me."
Why
She's
the
like,
hell did
she's
you
like,
leave
I
it
don't know.
open? Go close it now.
It's like slightly no. It's like not closed all the way. It's fine.
Hayden was actually the last one out. So
I
he
didn't
should've-
close it all the way, but it's not a big deal.
Oh, that's not why. It's closed. Maybe
Yeah.
they're coming in from there.
They don't. Maybe. If the air conditioner has a hole in
Okay,
it.
I want you to go down there, open it, and then close it again. Thank you very much.
Have you ever done that to your students? Where you? I want. Nope. Everyone, you came in. You're using your outside voices. I want you to come back in and try again.
Oh man, I don't want to talk about my work, but I'm gonna talk about my work. Yesterday, while we were walking to the classroom we were going to go in, it's always the one that are the worst at. They were being really loud, obnoxious, so I said, okay, we're going to stop for a minute until we're quiet. And then they started yelling again. So I was like, okay, this isn't working. Oh, I had a better idea. So I walked further until we were on the grass. And then I said, okay, we're going to wait here 5 minutes because you guys just won't stop yelling. And then they like spread their backpacks out and started laying on them, relaxing in the sun, playing with fucking Tonka trucks or whatever they brought with them.
What are you talking about?
While we were walking our kids from one school to the other,
Oh, okay.
they were just fucking on their worst behavior in a long time. So I tried to stem it in the bud with that, but then they weren't going along with even that. So I just said, fuck it, and started walking to the classroom.
And you just
And I-
left them.
What-
Locks the door.
I didn't leave them, but some of them were still on the floor after I said, okay, guys, come on, let's go.
They want you to drag them.
Some of them were
Drag me to
legitimately
school?
getting pushed by other ones because they were resisting moving.
Is there like a policy that you can't touch students?
You're not supposed to.
I've seen,
if you
like,
give them
all
like
of
a
the-
pat on the back or something, that's fine.
Yeah.
But if you're like grabbing them, that's not okay.
I've seen so many of the older teachers like be really handsy.
Yeah, one of the teachers in 3rd grade was like, it was Christopher's birthday, and he would always get in trouble. He always got his cards flipped. You know, you could progressively get it to black card.
Yeah.
It was his
Yeah.
birthday, and she grabbed his ear
Oh
in like
my
front of his
God.
mom because
Oh
her
my
mom came
God.
in with the cake, and she's like, "Oh shit!" And he was grabbing his ear.
Well, he was like a little shit. I don't know. He might
Cunha?
have. Yeah.
Yeah.
Always got his
Oh,
card
that
flipped to
fucking guy.
black. Always to black. It's like green, yellow,
Every day.
orange, red, black.
I never once got it flipped, and I got
I got
an
it
award.
flipped once.
Did I
'cause
ever
it's-
tell
oh,
you
it's
guys
so
that he
annoying.
was the first person I met coming into middle school?
Really?
When we went to the pre-orientation or whatever that was, where they showed you how to do the locks and everything, he was the first person I met. And because I liked Five Nights at Freddy's at the time and saw that he had a locket, I connected with him instantly. And he became like my first new friend at that time. And I felt like that was one of those like canon events that changed my life for the worse.
Ooh.
When I got fucking acquainted with him.
That's
Ooh.
good. Speaking of kids, do you remember when you?
Christopher, if you're watching this, hi, hello.
We're actually
Hola,
thinking
he
about like
watches it.
inviting him.
Yeah, because he's
Oh,
a
you better
character.
fucking not.
No.
With you. Do you remember when you were a camp counselor?
You were too, weren't you? We were
Yeah.
in the same cabin.
Yeah, with Jacob.
Samantha.
With Jacob. Jacob.
Have
Jacob.
we put that video of him limping yet? I'm just gonna put it right here.
Yeah.
Take it nice and casual. Don't make anything look conspicuous.
He rolled his ankle. Of Jacob
Of
faking limping,
of him fake limping.
breaking his ankle while we were walking this little path by a creek, and he's like, "Oh God, I'm so tired." And imagine that guy being a counselor for all these little middle schoolers.
Didn't he try
I
to
feel
always
like he
like?
did a better job than I expected. I expected it to go a lot worse.
I'm gonna give you a. He would just always like say, "Oh, I'm gonna send him the."
Did he always try to big bro them and
Yes.
like I'm bigger than you and I could like
He's like, "No, you guys have to stop. You guys have to go to bed."
you guys can freaking go to bed right now. They're gonna
I would
listen
always
to that?
tell them. I would say, "Hey, you could keep fucking with him. It doesn't matter," because I did not care at all
Oh
there.
my god, was he in your cabin?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was all three of us.
Yeah, you were like
Ugh.
trying to like control them. He was trying to control them too hard, and I was just not caring.
You didn't give a fucking shit.
I brought
You
a
let
whole
them do whatever
backpack.
They wanted.
Yeah, I brought all these sodas and snacks, and I was like,
Why?
Yeah,
And
'cause
you were
like,
selling them.
I gave some of them. I was like, if you want a snack, but yeah, on
Oh
our
my
off time,
God.
I was just drinking soda and eating Twix candy bars.
Hayden actually like legitimately has a soda addiction.
I used to.
No, you still do.
One a
You
day
have
at
to.
this point. I used to like
Do-
in middle
do you
school. I would
have an
drink like
addiction?
3 a day.
To drinks.
He's addicted to sugar because
I would get headaches if I didn't drink them
no,
because
he
I'd have
got
withdrawals.
one day at work he was like
You're like
freaking
coffee
out.
withdrawal.
It's the caffeine
I
and
have never
sugar
had
mixture,
coffee.
but I think it's more the sugar. At work one day, he was like so angry, and he's like walking. He's like, "Oh, my fucking head hurts. I already took Advil. It fucking hurt."
Hmm.
And then I said, "Hayden, have you had your soda today?" He's like, "No, I don't want my fucking soda." Like, and then he like went into the break room, like drank Pepsi. Was it?
Ooh, Pepsi. Yeah, Pepsi or Mountain Dew.
And then he came back out. And he's like,
Life makes sense again.
"Yeah."
Yeah, because sugar man.
He has to. He can't even drink water. He has to put that sleeve over.
So it tricks my brain.
so he
thinking
thinks
it's
he's
Coke.
drinking Coca-Cola. Oh my god!
I have a 0 sugar Powerade like almost once a day.
What flavor?
Blue.
Blue.
Oh,
Blue's not a flavor. Blue's an artificial flavor made of watermelon, cherry, and banana. I think.
Blue 40.
It might not be
The Blue
cherry,
40.
but it's watermelon and banana.
My uncle told me what red 40 was one time, and I thought, ew, that's gross.
It's
and then
actually
I
the
kept eating
parasitic,
Doritos anyway.
the parasitic bug that gets smashed. Isn't that Red 40?
I think so.
Oh, something. I tried to call John, but he just said I can't. So
He said he can't. Well,
Yeah.
He was like next.
I know. I told him I called because I wanted him to interrupt. but
We're
he
gonna
said
talk
he
about the
can't.
celebrity drama. You know the actor.
Are we
I have
really going to
celebra-
do all of this? This looks so
We'll probably
fucking-
cut it out. You'll probably
no, we'll
cut
cut
it.
some.
We'll
We'll skip
save
over.
What
it.
celebrity drama are you even talking
I
about?
have
know
one
the guy-
about.
Oh, you have one?
I have one about Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Oh,
Oh,
Have
have
you
you
heard of-
story with him?
Have you heard of the new movie Red One?
Yeah.
Yeah.
His new Christmas movie. So when he went to see Oppenheimer, he said he sat in like the front row on the IMAX screening, and he said as he watched it, he said, "Whoa, Red One in this theater would be magnificent." He was comparing his movie about Santa being kidnapped and the bodyguard Rock going to save him to Oppenheimer.
Why would he do that?
I don't know. He was
Because
it was
his
like
ego is so massive.
It's insane.
He thinks it's a legitimate
That's so
comparison.
dumb.
And then
Do
when
you remember when he was all like,
are you talking about
the
Black Adam?
DCU
Yeah,
is going
Black.
to change forever?
Remember when Black Adam
he was
came
in
out?
Black Adam.
He thought Black Adam would go against Superman, and he wanted the whole DCU to revolve around Black Adam. And
Why
it,
did
it was
Henry
going
Cavill
to. It
get,
was
like, cut
probably going
out?
to. Because James Gunn took over DC and decided he'd just
and
restart
decided
the
he'd
universe.
actually turn into something worth a shit.
But he
And
didn't
is
even
it?
have. They had
With
Black
Aquaman
Adam,
3.
and they didn't. Yeah,
Aquaman
and
3,
they never
I saw
even
that
like
was
the
shit.
whole point. You want to see because it's Shazam and Black Adam, and they were saving it for the third movie. And then once your movie does bad, you don't get the third movie. So it's just him. Because at the end of Black Adam, Superman comes, and it sets up the next movie.
That ideology
It's
of
I fucking
because
hate
it works when it hits, but like just purposely you have a good idea and like stretching it out so you can make more iterations of the story. That's so garbage.
Yeah.
I don't like that because you're
That's
making a
just
worse product
media.
on purpose.
That's just media. You never want to let something that's good sit. Because if you let it be good and sit, then you're not making more money. You could churn out half-baked fucking garbage and as long as it's attached to the IP, someone will watch it. Maybe you'll even get your money back.
Well, what about like the Flash?
Do you know
They
about
tried
the
that.
fucking Mega Man sequel?
I thought he was gonna say Mega Minion.
No, the Mega Mind. No, Mega Mind.
Oh yeah, the
Oh, the
Doom
sequ-
Syndicate
The
versus
Doom Syndicate, yes, the fucking TV show and the movie.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
supposed to
it
be a
looked like
TV
it
show,
looked
but they
so
combined
bad.
it into it. Yeah, they combined it to
the
a movie.
animation was like
It's like kids
half
show.
of the
It's
frames
like
it should have
Fanboy and
been.
Chum Chum. That's what it looks like.
It does. It
It
literally
looks just
does.
like that.
It's like that's so bad because you have the idea of what he's supposed to look like from the movies that are so prevalent, and then it's like this like a lower quality, lower resolution like version of him. It's not even the same voice, right?
No, they
for-
recast everybody. Every
Yeah,
single
yeah, it's
character.
not because isn't it Will Ferrell who plays him?
Yes.
And then
Uh-huh.
It was a
and then
star-studded cast.
and Jonah Hill wasn't in it because Jonah Hill was who's Jonah Hill? What's his kid?
He was.
It's not Metro Man. It's the other one.
What's his name?
It's the other one. And then you have the girl who's the,
Titan.
Yeah,
Titan?
Yes.
and then some big actress for the girl. I don't know who, but none of them came back.
Probably Amy Schumer.
Yeah, probably Amy Schumer. But speaking of, do you like Amy Schumer, Ralph? Do you like
I
her
try
comedy?
not to think of Amy Schumer.
Do you like her vagina?
Oh.
Because she's always talking about her vagina. She's like,
Does she talk about it more than Leslie Jones?
I don't watch. I watch a lot, but I'd say probably equal.
Probably equal.
But that brings us to our next point. Whenever an election comes around, not every celebrity, but the few select
All the
celebrities,
extreme celebrities.
they love to say, if this president wins, I'm leaving the country. I'm moving out.
You
every
know,
time.
And she did it twice. Both Trump in 2016, not the Biden one for some reason. Maybe she knew. She knew he wouldn't win.
She had insider
But for the
information.
2016, she said, "My act will change because I will need to learn to speak Spanish because I will move to Spain or somewhere. It's beyond my comprehension if Trump won. It's just too crazy." She said that along with these people also had the sentiment, I'll move. Whoopi Goldberg, Miley Cyrus, and George Lopez. Same as Bryan Cranston. He said if Trump won, he would leave.
Someone like George Lopez shouldn't have like someone like he's famous, but like why would you care what George Lopez says?
Wasn't he brought out to one of Kamala's rallies?
Was he?
I feel like I saw that he was.
Everybody, I'm gonna.
Probably. They got a lot of celebrities just endorsing
Well, that's
them.
the
They had
thing.
the Avengers.
You have to
Did you see the Avengers supporting
Yes,
Kamala?
I saw.
They got
They
all the
have Megan
Avengers.
They had the
No,
Avengers.
no,
Go.
they did
What
not
did they say?
have-
Avengers Kamala. They said some play on like Avengers Assembler with Kamala.
They didn't have Jeremy Renner. They did
Ooh.
not
Oh
have
yeah,
Jeremy Renner.
they had Robert Downey Jr. I think they had Scarlett Johansson. Mark Ruffalo was the big one. He's kind of annoying about it. And then they had some of the black people, and then some of the Asians all supporting.
Was she
Kamala.
bragging at that? I don't know if Kamala Harris was she bragging about her not using that much of a budget for campaign ads or stuff?
No, I heard that she spent all of it, or
Really?
a majority of it, just
Because
on
how much would
celebrity
you have to
cameos.
pay to get Robert Downey Jr. out there?
Well, it was like all on a Zoom call, but it was a thing.
Oh, that like.
But like some of the campaigns where she brought, what was like the big music celebrity she brought out?
She
Megan Thee
got
Stallion.
Eminem and Megan the Stallion.
It
and
wasn't Megan. It was some like lady, and was it Madonna? It was someone like
I
that.
think maybe
They brought them out, and the whole crowd was cheering, and because they thought she was gonna sing, and then she did her thing, walked away, and they're all like, "Oh!" And then 5 minutes later, everyone was walking. Not everyone, but a lot of people were walking out because they thought she was gonna perform, and they only showed up at her rally because
Oh,
Madonna
that's so weird.
was there. But I don't know if it's Madonna.
Well, that's the
Fact
state
check.
of modern
Fact
politics.
check.
Identity matters more than anything, so you have to borrow the credibility and image of these famous celebrities who support
They
your
did it with
cause.
Trump too. Who was one of the comedy
Hulk
actors?
Hogan
Rob
was
Schneider.
there.
He was endorsing Trump and all these things, and it's
All celebrities do that.
it's just
when
annoying.
election
It
time.
just gets really, I don't know.
I don't want to
They're
get
Too deep into it.
political biased. I think this should be. I'm normally I'm not biased. I'm in the center, but even for I think props to Trump for exploring being on podcasts.
Yeah, at least being open
I think
to that.
that
avenue.
was a big deal for influencing people.
Yeah, because she
I
wouldn't
mean,
go
if
on
we're
the Joe
talking
Rogan
about this
podcast.
already, I guess I'm just gonna say it. I think the bigger thing is that people just didn't want Biden to. They
The movie?
didn't want Biden to
They
more than they
would've-
didn't want Trump again.
I think if they actually ran Bernie Sanders, there would have been a better chance because they try to run
They
Kamala.
don't want Bernie Sanders to run. That's the only thing. They
Is he
hate
too
that
radical?
guy.
Is he too not left? Is he slightly towards the center more?
If Hillary Clinton is right here, then Bernie Sanders is right here.
As far as what? Oh, left? The left leaning?
Yeah.
Okay.
But they tried to. She was trying to get on the car.
They sabotaged him the first time, and then the second time, it was Biden as the hot ticket because that's who they decided to be the Trump slayer. And I guess it worked once.
Yeah.
And then the second time, Biden's senile ass showed up and was shitting on the podium.
I feel like it would have been funnier
they
if
had
he
to sub him out immediately for Kamala. And she
They
got
could
all
have
the
done better.
cosigns. But because he was originally there, do you know how many people were Googling who was running for the Democratic Party
They didn't even
election night? They didn't know.
Wow. That's because
So many people.
I've seen
That's so
do you see the videos of like the people going to the ballots and some like the ladies with like the big boxes walking to the car saying, "Oh, here's our ballots," like trying to like take their ballots to burn
my
them or
God,
throw away.
really?
Yeah, I've seen videos of
People
them
blew
doing
up
that.
ballot boxes.
yeah,
Or that
burning
too, yeah.
them. Yeah. Which side was it? Was it Trump
I think
extremists?
I think it was Democrats.
Was it actually
I
burning?
think it was because I think they were like,
Wow.
"Oh, we don't have a chance, so maybe if we take the like
What?
try to burn all the
I
votes."
don't think that's right.
But I don't know.
Yeah, I don't believe anything on.
I didn't know what side it was.
media.
I just
It's
saw
all
I just saw a
skewed.
video of a woman driving, and then someone like behind the ballot box saying, "Oh, I take them for you," and she's like, "No, I'm not giving it to you."
Just the level of like propaganda and like mind control. It's so insane. It's so much deeper than you think. Like just such subtle like subliminal messaging, I guess, to influence you. It's so strange. And even like
You say subliminal, but I don't think it gets any more fucking blunt than when election
Yeah,
season rolls around.
it's all in your face.
Every single ad is Prop X, Prop Y. Oh, not this congressman, this other congressman.
John
Oh,
Duarte.
we're gonna represent you, fucking John Duarte. When he showed up to the parade in Helmar,
he did.
he did. I was
Oh,
standing
my
there.
God.
He showed up and he tried to shake the kid's hands and was like, "Hey, I represent you in Congress. Make sure your dad votes for me."
What?
I sw-
Oh my God.
He said parents, I think, but basically that whole thing was his shtick when he walked through. And he didn't even throw candy, I don't think.
I know candy.
You couldn't fucking throw candy.
Yeah, that's
No,
how.
he gave everyone stickers of his name.
When I ran for president
Oh.
at high school, when I ran for president at high
Oh,
school,
that's the same thing.
No, I'm just saying. I'm comparing it to
John
candy because the
Duarte.
main thing, if it's whoever gave people the candy got all the votes. Because I remember we were doing it in Mr. Santos's class, and
Oh,
people were like, "Are you gonna give us candy?" And we're like, "We're getting to it." They were like asking about us about our candy like as we walked in.
Oh my
They just
God.
wanted the candy.
Oh, you're
That's
gonna
all
give us
they
candy?
wanted. Hi, I'm Hayden Soros, and I'm running for president.
School, right?
You were
Eighth
Wreck-It
grade.
Ralph. Well, no, yeah, you were Wreck-It
I'm the
Ralph.
kid that burned his knee on the stove.
Get
Oh,
thick. Were you get thick or eat a Snicker?
Yeah, it was that.
Something
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
Something eat a Snicker.
Did you run again for high school?
I did it because the fucking... Do you remember how I was in band one of the times that we were supposed to be campaigning and they didn't fucking
Yeah.
tell me? So
Yeah.
I
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
only a few of us that were like that went to do it to campaign that day.
I lost a whole bunch of fucking screen time because I was in band and they didn't think to run that by me.
That's a shame.
That was so
That's
fucked.
dumb.
I don't think I would have won anyway since it was kind of a popularity
but
contest.
just like the idea of them like not including you is still annoying.
They're like, next year.
Next year for sure.
Next
yeah,
year
next
for
year
sure.
after you
I think
graduate.
Four
we'll-
more years.
I think we have
4
time
more
for
years.
about one more topic. So
Oh God!
should we
time
talk?
flies.
Should we talk about drama? Too fast,
Let's
too serious.
Set a 2-minute timer for each topic and let's go through them real quick.
Which one do you really want to do? Too fast, too serious?
Well,
in 2
I
minutes.
think all of these. Like, I think you want to talk a lot about The Simpsons.
The Simpsons. Okay, I'll talk about
Yeah.
2 minutes. So this goes with the election. Simpsons. You know, Simpsons is infamous for predicting everything.
Yeah.
So do you see with this last election, they had the infamous Lisa Simpson episode saying that represents Kamala Harrison, and since she won, they thought that Kamala was going to win.
They infamously thought she was
Yeah.
going to win.
Infamous.
So I was talking with John about that, and John brought up that it was actually they did this with Hillary Clinton back in 2016, and I said, okay, I looked it up on Google,
The
and
same
I
episode,
yeah, and I got like barely any. I got only Kamala ones, and he said, oh, it's because you're on Google. So I went on, I think Bing or Microsoft Edge, and then there it was. I got mainly all Hillary Clinton with
Huh.
Lisa Simpson next to it. So
Well, it's
I mean,
a
it makes more
conspiracy.
sense for Clinton than it would make.
yeah, that's what I was
Kamala.
thinking. And also too, it was like remember when there was the hurricanes a few months ago, It was a clip of a fucking Simpsons hurricane saying they predicted the hurricanes. Like,
They
are you
predicted
fucking
the
kidding me?
natural
Because
phenomena.
it's an animated show, but of course it's meant to be based in real life, so it's gonna have real life situations. So that when something in real life happens, people are like, "Wait a minute, that also happened in The Simpsons."
Yeah.
They predicted just because The Simpsons featured Trump, who was like popular like in the '90s and stuff. That doesn't mean they predicted him being the president. Oh, they said President Trump, and then they predicted him. And then they go backwards. They said that Lisa Simpson episode
Yeah,
is
they
going to
always
predict
backtrack.
Kamala Harris for
I
president.
mean, you gotta admit that's actually a pretty fucking amazing coincidence.
But do you know how they're able to predict it time and time again?
Because
the-
there's like a billion episodes,
No,
so if you
'cause
throw enough shit at
The
the wall,
creator
it'll
or
stick.
writer was asked, and they said they're able to predict it because they try to think of the most outlandish topics or events that could happen, and they said that since the world is so crazy, that it just ends
the
up being
worst
Do
true.
you know
answer
that
ever.
Yeah, it's-
InfoWars was bought by The Onion?
the
Infowars?
Onion, the browser.
No, not the browser, the satirical news website.
Oh yeah.
They bought the rights to that.
To what?
To the Onion?
InfoWars.
Infowars, isn't that?
It's
Oh, wait.
No, it's not Joe Rogan. What's that other guy?
Ben Shapiro?
No, not him.
Fuck.
I don't
I know
know.
what you're talking about.
I have
though.
no idea what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's that what I think he was sued by people. Whatever.
Crowder?
No, it wasn't Crowder either. It was like fucking 50 guys it could be, but I can't remember. It
what
was
what was like
Is
the
it
main
Mason?
takeaway of it?
well that they parodied his shit all the time,
Mm-hmm.
so that when he had to sell the rights to his intellectual property and company, that they were the ones who won the bidding war.
Damn.
Fuck, what's the guy who said they're turning the frogs gay? I
Oh,
think that
Alex
was him.
Jones. Fuck.
Yes,
That's
him.
what it was. Alex Jones is so
I love
good.
how you knew immediately after I said they're turning the frogs gay.
Oh my god, Alex Jones is so like watching him to the faces of the parents in the Sandy Hook thing, like because they're suing him for defamation.
Yes, that's
And-
what it was.
Well, obviously, look at their fucking actors, like to their face when their kid got fucking slaughtered. Oh my god! Well, I didn't. Well, what do you want me to say? Like someone who was making like
The moment America looked at Columbine and decided that that was okay, I feel like America changed forever. You'd think if anything would ever happen, it would be after that. But now it doesn't even fucking matter.
No, it mattered. It ruined Scream 3. Scream 3 was supposed to have Scream 3 was supposed to have Stu Macher from the original movie come back as a cultist with all the ghost faces, but Columbine happened and then they shifted it to be about Hollywood and Harvey Weinstein. They actually have the villain or one of the villains Scream 3, like the movie director. The plot is that he would like sleep with Sydney's mom during Hollywood, and basically Wes Craven, I keep saying Kevin Williamson.
Samantha.
Wes Craven, he made it. He like dug at Harvey Weinstein by making this character represent him before he was like he came out
Outed?
to everyone.
Ooh,
So and
they
Scream
got
3,
him. He got karma.
yeah. So that character, when you watch it, people are like, "Oh, it's Harvey Weinstein."
You want to talk about bad signatures, Hayden?
That's my last thing. I feel like I've talked a lot, but I guess this could be the last topic.
Well, because I guess you brought it up.
I experienced this. I sign a lot of signatures at work for my boss sometimes, and every time I do a different signature just to see. And no matter how bad your signature is, no one will ever question it. They'll never say,
Ever.
"Oh, could you retry it? It doesn't look good."
I want to
They'll
learn
never.
cursive, but at the same time, I feel
Just
like
do
it's
a
too
line.
much effort.
My
Yeah, just
mom
do a line.
literally
Yeah.
does a line.
Horizontal line.
And, I used to forge your signature, and I would just draw a fucking straight line.
Yeah, I would always freak out. Like, sometimes you'd have to get your parents' autograph on your reading log,
Yeah, the
and you're like, "Oh
autograph.
fuck!" Yeah, so I'd always I took a picture of my mom's and I tried to like do it like exactly how I do it, as if the
It's
teacher
different every time
had
if
a
you compare
recollection
it.
of it.
No,
But I
don't
should have
give a
just
shit.
done just squiggles. That's
No,
what I do
you,
at work
you
now.
just sign like I saw this video of this little kid. He signed he wrote like grades like on a piece of lined paper, math A+, reading A+. And he
Like in black Sharpie.
And he put like, "Oh, sorry, the printer broke. I have to write his grades on here. Here you go." And the mom was like freaking out. I want to actually touch Too Fast, Too Serious. and
Okay,
then-
this will be the last topic.
For real this time.
for real. Yeah. Oh, you neglected the sounds, Mr. Producer.
Yeah, well, it's a new year, new me.
So, who found Too Fast, Too Serious? Or no, what is Too Fast, Too Serious?
Too Fast, Too Serious is me and Hayden's final. It was a junior year.
It was sophomore year.
No, it was junior year.
It was
COVID.
junior year. It was junior year.
It was junior year. 'Cause
Yeah,
had
I said junior year first.
Oh, you did. So it's our final, and it was like a social issue within society, and we have to acknowledge it and find a solution for it in video format. So our gripe with society was that everyone is too fast, too serious, and basically meant you're like Schlin or like overzealous with your homework.
You
and,
want you want extra credit, extra homework.
and you're willing to like do any means necessary to like make other people look bad and yourself to prop yourself up, just to be like a bad, like on paper you're a good student, but you're just like a bad person. And so we did that, and like we did it in this weird, stupid way with like different, like someone channel surfing and us like doing commercials of different things, and we addressed it like at the end, like just like me and Hayden doing our homework, and then like John says we need to kill everyone who's too fast, too serious, and then like it like turns out that it's like that I want to kill Hayden
because I want extra credit, and I go up the stairs, and then Marcus puts a giant ass remote on. I slip on it, fall down the stairs, and then I'm handicapped. Because at the beginning of the video, I'm in a wheelchair, like running away from or rolling away from Scream. So the end of the video brings back the intro, and you're like, oh, so that's how the Schlin character got handicapped, and now he's too fast, he's too serious, and now he's gonna get killed. And then Marcus walks out chasing me, takes off the mat. Oh, you put it on. Because he's the killer, and then.
But the point is, like, me and Hayden are both Schlin, and Schlin is like we're both like ostentatious and gross, and I get cured because like this stupid math joke.
Do you think this is funny? Oh my god!
Anyway, so that video happened. It was like our best video to date. We were really proud of it.
And then came Lost Media.
And then John, how does it even happen? John was like so concerned about like what other people thought about him.
He's
and,
barely in the video.
He was not even in the video, and he was he told us, I don't know if it's for other reasons. He said because of he was worried about college scouts seeing him in a bad light and not picking him for college, which is a good. Makes sense, but there was nothing wrong. We didn't do anything
uses
wrong.
that excuse way too often.
It was a school project. Of course, it's going to be able to be shown in front of an audience. It's rated PG. It's for school.
He shouldn't have been in any of our videos to begin with if that was his main concern.
And so he deleted the video. It turns out he just deleted the video. I found out. I got so mad. I asked him why. Then he like backtracked. He said, I didn't delete the video. Then he said, I deleted on accident. Then one day he told me, just casually said, I actually deleted on purpose, right? And then I said, what the fuck? And then he's like, oh, no, I didn't say I didn't say it. I was joking. And then like he just kept backpedaling, and then kept changing the story, blah, 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 whatever. Then a couple weeks, it's been deleted for 4 years. And a couple weeks ago at work, out on this old account me and Hayden made to like do gaming videos or something, I check the videos and like privated. There was like Too Fast, Too Serious test 1, and then Too Fast, Too Serious, like another iteration of it. And so I click on it. It's the exact fucking video. I somehow like knew. I don't know how I knew. I never remembered that I had to like upload it on something else, and it's all there, the whole video, like, and all of its mistakes and all.
Found media.
Literally found footage. It was so like rewarding, I guess. It's like I don't know how to describe it. It was like
we were on our way to work to watch we were on our way to work, Marcus and I. No, you were just leaving work, and then John was like, okay, I want to stream the video because we all wanted to watch it together to see what we've been missing all these years. And then I'm at work, and John keeps texting, okay, so we're going to watch in 5 minutes. I'm like, no. I'm like, you could watch it now, but we want to watch it all together. And he was like saying like he didn't want to wait for me to get off.
He said he couldn't wait. He said it was the most excited ever.
After what he did, he should have no say.
He told me preemptively. He said, I'm going to clap at the end of it, and he actually did. And it was like I felt like a parent in a murder trial, like where they do the impact statement to the killer, and they said, you killed my son. I fucking hate you. You ruined our family, like stuff like that. I felt like I was on the receiving end of that. I was the parent that John just killed my kid, and I just delivered this witness impact statement to him, and then after, because he deleted the video, then he starts clapping.
But then you brought the kid back to life.
And the kid resurrected Frankenstein back to life. It was so fucking like backwards and weird, but I'm just glad that the video got found,
and he saved the video, so if he deletes it again, we'll have it. And for all future videos, John doesn't get the password, or if he does, we at least save the video. So if he does delete them, we at least have them.
Do you only save them on the computer, or are you gonna get a like USB to save them?
At the time, I had to like delete it because my phone, I had the shittiest like Samsung sub phone, like the A series, and I had no storage, so I had to delete it after I uploaded it because it took up too much space. So that's why like I didn't have a backup. But like we have all backups now. I bought like a fucking giant 12 terabyte drive to store all the shit.
Yeah.
I didn't want to like.
So we learned from our mistakes.
Yeah, from John's mistake. Of
Yeah. So we
deleting.
learned from that. And
Thanks,
I
John.
don't know if that's a mistake if it's deliberate.
It's,
Do you wanna
it's our
put the
mistake for
to
letting
roll out
him.
the sound to roll us
involved.
out. All right, that was episode 11 of the podcast,
Lizard Lounge.
Lizard Lounge.
That felt both very much longer and very much shorter than every other episode. Does that feel like it for you too?
It's like a little over an hour.
Yeah, all the ideas like connected. I guess it was just we're always talking. So I guess in that way it
very
felt-
scattershot.
Yeah. Do you want to recapitulate some of
Can we
what
do
happened?
this piecewise? Because I really don't remember.
Just whatever, like.
So we
you
did the
remember.
name game.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you think about that? It could have been better. I was just saying.
Yeah, take it or leave it.
We're
Then
thinking.
we did the...
We're thinking of shelving it a little.
Or reworking it.
Here, you can deliver.
Us from evil.
deliver us. From
Here,
evil.
here's some.
Ooh, buzzbox.
In
Ooh,
less than a
buzzbox.
minute, because I have to
Buzzbox.
be out of here in a minute.
So do I.
So I'm gonna
So
turn.
whoever
these
you
off.
think did a better job of curating
I'm gonna
the
turn this off.
you deliver it, you make it rain on us.
Turn this off.
Start the timer, Hayden.
fucking-
1 minute countdown.
1 minute. I love listening to that the whole podcast.
Yeah, you have to talk into
It's
it,
great.
Ralph, while you're doing
Okay,
it.
tell me when to start.
Okay, so the one that did it the best, that
Ooh.
was the funniest, that
The most
actually-
entertaining.
the most entertaining, entertainment value. Nobody.
Stripper money.
Goes to stripper money, goes to concubine boys that the guy who assassinated Bin Laden.
I'm gonna use this money. I'm gonna use this money at the next restaurant I go.
Yeah, if
Hey.
there was a highlight of this episode, it would definitely be the Bin Laden guy.
Yeah, we'll leave
What?
this here for the cats to eat next time. All right,